Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio Recursion. This is episode number 2. Today, we can start messing around with our first factory buildings, the Mark 1. I've saved up enough supplies here to make 4 of them. And it's probably the only ones we're going to make because we're going to try to quickly tech into the better ones. So while we're messing around with stuff, we need to start some new research. I think what we probably should do, and just get it out of the way, is make sure we have landfill, start producing landfill, so that we can get off this island in the fullness of time when we run out of stuff. So let's grab enough to start making these. Can I hold enough to make 1? Yes. Okay. There we go. All right, so we're going to craft 4 of them. They take 30 seconds each, so while we're doing that, what I would like to do is run around and put one of these radars at each of the 4 corners, northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast of our base. I made 3, so we need to pick up this one. And as I've been doing like little background work here and there, I've noticed that the entire game just feels a little bit sharper. I know they replaced a lot of the textures with high-resolution textures, but even just like the UI looks smoother. If you look at like a chest and you do this kind of thing, like these red squares that are forbidden, they just look, even like a little detail like that looks smoother. I'm super duper impressed with 0.15 so far. All right, so you can see that the radar we did have down started to reveal the landmass near us, and I think it would be good to know what our surroundings looks like. So let's just run a power line up here through this weird purple forest. Oh, that didn't take too long. Okay, lab research speed. What would be something practical we're going to want? The red belts? All right, whatever. Sure. Okay. Pretty good. Put a light up here. And that should slowly start revealing these little squares. We're not close enough to any other landmass to do more than that, but that should be good. I crafted some basic stuff so we can do some experimenting. Don't have to sit around crafting things too much, hopefully. Where's the power line there? There we go. Right up here at the top left corner. Not the straightest line I'm running in. We'll be replacing these pretty soon with the better power poles. We're going to start... The first thing we're going to do with our factory building is experiment with our making some steel mining. Okay, let's actually... I think we can put it up here. We're going to have a factory building to smelt up some steel, and then we'll do one to compress our power to do like a steam engine factory building. Okay, cool. Whoops. I keep hitting E to exit the map, and it does not exit the map. It opens your inventory, and I assume I've exited the inventory, so I hit S to run down, and it does this, which looks super dumb. Okay, that's what's going on. That's the mental arithmetic taking place when we're doing that. I have placed all 4 of these. I want to, before we even start smelting up steel with them, I do want to do a little bit of experimentation with them, because you notice they didn't stack. And I'm wondering if they are unique entities, and if we put something inside one and pick it up and move it elsewhere, will it keep the layout of the stuff we placed inside of it, or will it erase everything? That's something that would be very interesting. If you can just pick it up and move it, that would mean that we will be able to like refactor our Factorio base quite often and quite easily just by moving those things around. And picking them up and like placing them inside other factory buildings once we unlock that technology should be really interesting. Okay, but we got one more radar to place. Power line right there. We're going to get rid of these guys. We're going to put them inside of a factory in not too long. A little bit of a more yellowy, orangey look down here in the southern corner of our real estate. Okay, let's clear out a little space. Chop a few trees. Lovely. Another mod that I'm thinking of adding a little bit later is the tree sapling mod that'll let us plant trees. We're going to be chopping out all the trees on this island and eventually adding train stops and stuff like that. But because of the fact that we'll be having this fairly minimal base, as far as the worldview is concerned. We're going to have like one factory in the center, and then a rocket silo, and then a bunch of train stops dumping stuff into that factory. Hopefully, to see if we can put everything inside one factory and then have everything within that. So we might be able to like do some aesthetic stuff with some trees and some walls and fences, and not fences, the gates, that kind of thing. All right, so do we see any more land masses? Not yet. I would like to know approximately where the land masses are before we build our land bridge out of here. We're either going to build one that's sort of like either going down or up, or two, one to the left, one to the right. And I have to kind of think about how we're going to manage the, well, it's kind of big. How we're going to manage the power situation. Okay. Oh. Well, that's straightforward. I was going to wonder, like, what's the button input to go inside this thing? There isn't one. You just run inside. And I did research. That's cool. It says 1. Oh. Do these have numbers on them? Oh, no, that's because it's a Mark 1. It's not because it's the first one. They don't... Okay, this is not going to say 2. This is going to say 1. Yeah, because it's Mark 1, not because it's the first one we made. All right, so let's do this. Let's power them. I did research the lights. Let's look at the tech tree. So these are all the tech for... From here down, these are all the techs that we can research. The green ones I've researched. The yellow ones are possible to research. Are we? Yeah, we are researching something right now. Let's go back to that. So I researched the fluid connections, so we can do our steam engine stuff. I did the lights, and that's it. External overlay display we'll do next, or fairly soon anyway. And eventually architecture 2, which is the bigger one and has 24 connections, but it's more expensive. We have to start smelting the steel and power poles and stone bricks, that kind of thing. Very cool. Okay, very interesting. So let's just do a little bit of fiddling. If I do something like that, and that. Oh, okay, so it's got an in arrow. All right, let's do this. Okay, let's just put, whatever. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. So I kind of assume that these things are taking up some space on our world map, super duper far away. In fact, if we go to F4 and we go show detailed information. Oh, yeah, I was wondering if that would show that our... let's research something. What should we research? Tool belt. Yeah, let's get that second tool belt. That's very useful. Our cursor, these are our coordinates within the world. So we're at 0, 0 right now. I was wondering if we would be at like 10,000, 10,000, and this would be taking up some place on the map we would never explore normally. But it seems like that's not the case. Just something I was curious about. Okay, so that's super interesting. Let's break this down. And let's grab these guys. Okay, so my next question is, if I pick this up and place it back down. Let's place the other ones down so we know we're placing the right one. If I pick this one up... Oh, it takes a long time. What happens to the stuff inside it? If I place it back down here... It still has the items we placed. Wow, that's so cool. Okay. Okay. This is really interesting. I've been wanting to play with this mod for a long time, and now we're going to get to do it. So, first thing we want to do, then, is fiddle around with some steel smelting. So let's... Man, it takes a long time to dig these up. Let's pick these guys up. And I did craft quite a few furnaces. Okay, so slight change of plans. I set up all of the mining for the steel, but we are running quite low on power, so I think we'll just do the steam engine one first, and then the steel one after that. So we're going to leave these guys here for now, so our factory doesn't shut down while we're doing this. And let's see, where do we want to put this guy? You know, one thing I didn't even try is, can we rotate these? Huh. I guess not. Rotating them turns on this display, and there was something about... Was it in the... maybe it was in the research? Something about clicking rotate to change the input-output display. Maybe, I'm not sure. So, we're just going to need one pump, and we're going to try to fit 10 boilers and 20 steam engines inside here. I guess we could put it, we could set up its own discrete source of, let's tell you what, let's put it right over here. And then we'll just split that coal line to bring that in there. So one thing I'm not really sure about is how to get the fluids in here. I see in my crafting menu, we've got these factory bulk transfer pipe, input and output, ejects all fluid to nearby pipes and attracts all fluid from nearby pipes. Let's make one of each just to see. Do I place these inside the factory or in the overworld? So we obviously, we want the input one. Okay. But I'm not sure what that's doing. Let's, oh, okay. Research finito. Let's grab, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Solar panels, who cares? Okay, so that should be an input. Let's try, let's power this guy up. Oops. Let's power him up. So we have lights inside, and let's just see if I just put a pipe right here. Okay, it is transferring water without the use of this thing. So I'm wondering if this is if you want to input multiple pipe. I'm not sure exactly what this does. Oops, I just crafted another one. I didn't mean to do that. Let's try, what's this do? Input, output. Well, apparently we don't need it. Maybe I'll look that up later to see what that does, but we don't technically need that. So what we're going to try to do is to fit all 10 of these guys. In fact, I think we probably have plenty of room now that I look at the space. So let's put these guys down. We're going to want those all in a line. So let's see, at the very bottom, if we allow room for a pipe to go down, we will need water to go in there. We might change the output location. How many is that? That is 9. I guess we could do 9 and 18. That's close to max. And then we could have like one on each side. Maybe we could have 2 water inputs. So if we each of these have 2 of those, that's less than half of the space. Oh, okay. And then we could have in this middle, we could do the 9th and 10th. So we could fit 40 steam engines in here pretty comfortably, I think. All right, well, I've got a layout mostly done, and it's almost optimized. We have space for 2 inputs for water, 20 boilers, and then 40 steam engines. Actually, we're at 39 steam engines. One thing I noticed inside here is nothing has the no power flashing symbol. So if we, let's see if I do this, if I get rid of this power pole, the lights are going to go off. We still don't have no power flashing for the inserters, for instance. And I don't know exactly how the mechanics work, so we're just going to try it out. So if I start sending coal into here, these guys seem like they're going to work. And I'm assuming the power is going to transmit to the rest of my factory. So you can see right now, we don't have enough power to meet our production. So if I start adding coal into there, and this goes up dramatically, it says we've got 6 in our production line. So I'm not sure if I need power poles inside there or not. This is what we're trying to figure out. It has not changed. These guys are not consuming steam. Let's go check outside again. Yeah, we still only show 6 here, so perhaps we do need the power poles. I wanted to try. I also made a very small... Let's do that and see if that added any... Oh, you know, can I click on this to see our production? 38. Okay. Wait a second. Bullet speed done, whatever. I've just been doing random whatever researches. Yeah, it shows that we still only have 6. I'm not sure exactly... This is green now, because that's an input. Oh, I see. Output mode for the power. Ah. Production. Oh, I see. Okay, so now we've got one factory building. So I'm not sure why you would ever... I don't understand what this is for. Why you would want power coming in, because everything is already powered just by being hooked up to our power system. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I'm assuming we don't need that. This guy's not hooked up yet. Yeah, okay, so one factory building, 5 megawatts, and with the capacity to produce way more than just that. I've only hooked up one side. But what we have here is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boilers on the left, and 18 steam engines with room for one more boiler, and one more steam engine, and then a third. Ideally, what we would like is to squeeze one extra steam engine into this layout. We have a lot of space occupying the middle here. That's just kind of dead space, and a lot of leftover spots on the right that aren't being used. And the left, where the inserters are, and the belts. And I'm wondering if I can come up with a better layout to squeeze just one more steam engine into this layout. If I can't figure it out, then it's not a big deal. Okay, guys, I have an idea for a different layout, and now I see what the direction of that little power line guy indicates. It means that, well, we have to generate the power on the inside. Let's flip that back around for now. What did I... Oh, hit R? Yeah, there we go. R. Not E. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so the thing that occurred to me is that the steam engines will fit 10 to a row. And so to start off, the best use of our space is to do this. That should be 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so the most compact we can do is to start like this and to do 4 rows of steam engines. And that is without wasting any space, because now we know we don't need power lines. We can make this very dense. And then what we need to do is we need to fit in 20 boilers in this space. Okay, guys, I think I figured it out. I think I found a layout that works. 40 steam engines, 20 boilers, 2 lines of water, and a 1 line of coal. I think 1 line of coal should be sufficient. I researched the preview. You can see in the top left corner of the screen what it looks like. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay, so this is the layout. 40 steam engines up there. Connect the steam there. And the water all connects. And the thing that actually makes this layout possible is over here on the right. We have a red underground belt, which I handcrafted. The distance those go underground has been buffed. So those now go 6 spaces underground instead of 4. So that makes this possible. As soon as I add this little belt right there, we should confirm that this indeed works. Oh, okay, this is going to the wrong space. Okay, there we go. I had it going into the wrong space. There we go. It was coming in through this one. And let's just confirm that all of these guys are going to get coal. There was a little bit of tricky stuff under here with splitters and long-handed inserters. Just want to confirm that I set everything up correctly. Everything's facing the right way. And we're not having any cross-pollution with our water line and our steam line. So this is going to supply quite a bit of power. And anytime I need more power, we can just plop another one of these down. Once I have blueprints, well, I guess by the time I have blueprints, we can probably make a larger model. Okay, there you go. I was wondering, this guy's not getting steam. Did I set it up wrong? No, it's just the coal hasn't caught up yet. And we will have to keep an eye on this. Eventually, we can upgrade this yellow line to a red line, and that should be more than sufficient for this. The new boilers do use more coal than they used to, because now they're bigger and buffier and all that kind of stuff. So, all my old sort of hunches and intuitions on how much one line of coal would supply may not be accurate anymore. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. We may need to set up as well more coal mining. We'll just see. It looks like it's backing up, though. But we're not actually... I have to reverse the direction of the power. Yeah, so it's not highlighted yet. So if I come in here and do that... Whoop! Output mode. Yes. Now we have one of these guys. He's only currently doing 4.1 megawatts because we don't need that much power. So they're not using their entire performance line. But I'm really happy. This is what I was excited about doing. Let's see. Can we zoom in on the map on the Factorissimo? Yes. This is a new feature, by the way, of 0.15. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I was interested in trying Factorissimo for, making cool layouts within a confined space. Kind of like a similar thing that I found interesting about Linear Factorio. We'll see if this catches up. We can add more. Yeah, this is the new feature of the... Oh, we found some aliens. This is a new feature of the map. You can scroll in, and if you have an active radar, so right here we're just getting the zoomed in radar view, but if you have an active radar going on, you can actually see like what's going on. So you can monitor outposts, all that kind of stuff, as long as you have radars there. Let's see, at what point does it change? Right here. There's the border. Yeah, we're pretty close to having coverage on that landmass. Okay, anyway, that's super awesome. So that's one little guy we just set up. Now we need to do Mr. Steel Production. And we have a guy right there. So let's just go ahead and plop you down. You are going to be our steel producing facility. And I'm going to fiddle with the layout. But let's just assume we're going to have the ore coming in like that. We're also going to need the coal coming in. Let's just have the coal coming in from the top as well. And then we will eject it kind of like that. And we only have... You know what? Did I research steel furnaces? Oh, I did. Huh. Maybe I should craft up some steel bricks, and we should just jump right into steel furnaces. Well, after doing some tinkering and crafting up a bunch of steel engines or steel furnaces, here is the layout. It's going to be a mixed-use facility. It's going to be creating both steel and iron. Just because of the width of the thing didn't really make it conducive to only making steel. I tried to put 2 rows in here. There's just not enough space for the amount of furnaces we need to smelt iron ore into iron and then into steel again. So this is actually going to replace our iron production right here. Oh my goddess! Oh my goodness! Let's do that, whatever. Research to do. Yeah, it's going to replace this. It's actually going to just about double that output. We might leave that there for a little while because increasing production is good. Now, which one was it? I think it's the first one. Yes. Okay, so let's put it kind of like down there and then give it a power line. Okay, and then we need to give it iron inputs. Iron ore needs to be there and there. And then coal needs to be there and there. So let's actually do one at a time, I suppose. So we'll bring in the iron to this guy. And then we'll do the coal, and then we'll hook up the other one as well. Do things one at a time. These guys are going to get reversed. Yeah, I guess we will just go ahead and replace our existing iron production and starve it out. Replace it with something better. I'm just basically clicking on whatever we can research. Let's run up here to the top and reverse the direction of these guys. Like so. And then we'll also, I guess, give those guys balancers. I guess doing it this way works. And we can run back down. Give them balancers. I'm not sure. I don't think these two guys might be producing 1 belt of solid ore. Maybe a little bit less than that. Oh, actually, we need to be kind of like this. And we might not be producing enough coal as well to supply all of this. And if that's the case, then I set up some extra mining there. Oh, we can actually zoom in all the way. I set up an extra line that's ready to go. Just needs to be hooked up to a belt. Okay, so the outer lines are receiving... Oh, wait, this is wrong. Because that is facing the wrong way. But that will fix itself as these guys take the iron out of the belt. I think that should be fine. So then we need a splitter here. And then we need to do an underground thing like that. Oh, this might be a problem. Didn't quite give myself enough room, did I? Okay, well, guess what? We can fix it. We can fix it just like this by moving it down a few spaces. No big deal. That's pretty awesome. Just move it down when there's not enough room. Okay, so, oops, iron goes like that. Then we need room for the coal. Okay, so the coal should go in there. Let's see if that all works. And then the outputs, I think, are there. No. The outputs are there. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Oops, this tricks me every time. All right, let's go ahead and pick up the ore off of this belt. Because I guess if it's totally filled up, then it will never catch up because it's never going to... It's waiting for the coal. It's never going to get the coal. Okay, so the iron one should be fairly straightforward. This should be approximately double the speed of our other one. And I did just enough to fully compress a belt. Is it coming out the other side? It is. Okay, and this one is producing steel. Let's confirm that everything is working properly. We might not have enough coal to supply all of this. It will take it a little while to catch up, and then we could use a filter inserter right here, or we can do something a little bit more fun and do a little tricky thing like this. This is the zero power alternative. There we go. We've got outputs for iron and steel. So what we can do right off the bat is start doing this kind of thing and, oops, reinforce our iron supply, and then we'll need to bring our steel down and add it to the main bus, I think, right here. This entire main bus little guy is going to get replaced as well as we add more and more things to our little factory guys. And we're not that far from researching recursion either, which is going to be very interesting, where we can put factories inside factories. Okay, and right here, let's see, do I have a red? Yes, I do have underground red belts ready to go. For just such an eventuality. And we need to make sure we don't run out of coal, because the coal is making sure we have power. But there is our steel production. Pretty awesome, and we can easily just... I can add a second one of those, no big deal. We don't have that much in the way of ore patches, we'll have to see. Looks like, yeah, we're using that pretty good. 2 of these might be producing more than 1 full belt. But I think that's more than adequate at the moment. So has the coal caught up? Let's look up here. It seems to be just barely keeping up. Like, it is backed up to this point. It looks like we're producing just enough coal to make do with what we need. But as we add more and more power to our system... Yes, okay, so I think it's time to add this guy to the system. So, what's the best way to do that? I suppose we can... Let's do it like this. Let's unpower that for a second. Okay, and then they're going to get combined, just mixed. One guy will go there. There we go, everything's powered up again. Steam engines are good. We can actually break down these guys to recover some space, but we've only got 6 steam engines here. That's basically doing nothing compared to the 40 that are inside our little Factorissimo factory. We cover all this space. So we added a bunch of stuff today, but actually the overall size of our base didn't really increase because we are using these super duper awesome factories. Okay, get that back. There we go. Okay, power supply. We've got 2 factories, but only one should be supplying power. Satisfaction 10. Oh, the satisfaction not being satisfied. Okay, looks like I need to plop down another one of those, I guess, because I just added a whole bunch of inserters and stuff, and also a lot more drills. Might need to plop down another one of those guys. This guy should be set to receiving power. And I guess it only shows you the power network within that guy when you click on a power line inside. So yeah, this we're only producing power to 1, but I don't know. I guess the mod just counts all of them as a unit. we need to add more steam, which I'll do that off camera in between episodes 2 and 3. And these guys would actually be good to add to the research. They would be good to add to the bottom of the map, and we can just line up the water inlets. Oh, look at that. Oh, we have a shoreline. Okay, so we're not in the midst of a gigantic ocean. I never really thought we were, but I didn't know exactly what the shape of the water was going to look like. But there we go. We've got actual aliens and that kind of stuff. More oil, more ore. Sweet. But, okay, so I think that's it for this episode. What is this guy doing? Oh, he was going down. Right. Let's get rid of that. This is going to do it for this episode. I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm having so much fun with this. This is the coolest thing ever. Factorissimo! What a great mod. We will continue next time in episode 3. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.